Hello everyone, welcome back to Bits and Bob's Divination. My name is Caitlin and today we're going to be reading into your week ahead as well as your chakras. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so today we're going to be looking into your week ahead, as I mentioned, as well as your chakras. We have 3 different piles here, so go ahead and start looking and figuring out which pile is for you. But I do want to mention thank you so much for everyone who has supported me so far. I appreciate all the support that I've been getting, and I've just honestly had so much fun with all of your guys' comments that you've been saying and how things have been resonating. It's really been helping me to bring better videos to you and to bring better readings for you. So all of you who have been commenting, liking, subscribing, you guys are seriously the best. And if you are interested in these types of magical content as well as these types of weekly readings that I bring out every single Monday and the different kinds of readings that I do, feel free to subscribe and hit the notification bell to see more of them. So with all that said, let's go ahead and look at your piles. So for all of the piles, I decided to go for an embroidery floss theme because I personally like to use embroidery floss to create all these fun little creations, like the one on my wrist here. So I thought it'd be fun to create a reading based around them. So you could go based off of your intuition on color, but I'll also talk about each one individually. So for pile 1 here, we have a forest green color here. It says medium forest green as well as 502. So the number might resonate with you, the color, or just you might just know that this is your pile. For pile 2, you have the option of 311 as well as navy blue. So if this color is resonating with you or the numbers, then that might be the pile for you as well. And then lastly here for pile 3, we have this pink sort of color, raspberry, but it's spelled a little different. And then we have 3688. So if that is resonating with you in any way, then this might be the pile for you. So as always, we're going to take a deep breath together so you can make a better decision on which pile is for you. Alright, so you can go ahead and go to the timestamps below in the description, as well as go to the timestamps or chapters within the video to find your specific pile. If you feel like you're still stuck, then feel free to pause the video and look at each of the piles, take your time, and there's no right or wrong way to do this. You can choose all 3 piles. You can choose 1 or 2 or, like I mentioned, all 3. There's no wrong way to do this. So just go with your intuition. There might be little messages between all of them, or it might just be solidly 1, 2, or 3. So again, go with your intuition and I will see you at your pile. And we'll go ahead and get started with pile 1. Hello Group 1, if you've decided to choose this bundle of embroidery floss, then this is the pile for you. I'll go ahead and set that down there. Today we're going to be using the Modern Witch Tarot, the Language of Flowers deck, the charms as always, and we're going to be looking into your chakras again this week. But what's interesting is we're also going to be using the watercolor oracle that I have created myself. A lot of you guys already know that because I use these in practically every single one of my readings, and because of that I decided to make some more of them. So I actually created a video that's going to be going up sometime early this July, so look out for that on how I create these and how you can create some for yourself too. So with all of that said, let's go ahead and get started on your week. Alright, so Modern Witch Tarot for you guys. I haven't used this one in a little while, so let's see what you have going on for your week. The week ahead for Group 1, wow, that one flew out so fast. Group 1's week ahead. We're looking into the week ahead for Group 1. We're curious what's going on for Group 1. Any guidance, insights, or messages that Group 1 needs to know about their week ahead. Okay. So, you guys first off got the 8 of Pentacles, which is all about refinement, getting to work. You're kind of in a busy mode. Then you also have 3 other cards. So you have the 8 of Cups, Don't know why we have such a glare today. The Eight of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and the Seven of Wands. So there you go. Those are your cards for the week. All right, so there's a few different kind of messages going on right off the bat. So I'll talk about those in a moment. But let's go ahead and look first into more on the picture of your week. So Group 1, we're looking for information on Group 1's week ahead. Anything we need to know about Group 1's week ahead, their week ahead for Group 1. Group 1's week ahead. Okay, so you guys have Camilla, and it's peace. Be calm and calm will come. I wonder if that relates to your Seven of Wands here. As for your chakras, if you guys aren't familiar with chakras, there are 7 chakras, main chakras anyway, in the body. And they can have to do with both your mental health, your physical health. They have a lot to do with how you are feeling, depending on if they're balanced, overactive, or underactive. So we're going to see what you need to know about one of your chakras for this week. What is your chakra focus of the week, Group 1? Okay. All right, so the one that fell is actually, because each of these usually relate to one specific chakra, but you got one that is the chakra focus on all of the chakras. So you need to be balancing a lot this week. There's a lot of balance that needs to be done because out of chaos comes creation. And if you work with any crystals, then this week would be really helpful to be using Amazonite, carnelian, peach moonstone, or red jasper. And this one's all about cycles. So the cycles of your balance, the cycles that come out of chaos comes creation. So there's definitely like a moving towards peace for yourself past the Seven of Wands situation. So let's continue and see what you have going on for your watercolor oracle here, or affirmation. So Group 1, we're looking for Group 1's week ahead. All right, so you've got 2 here. You have family and friends. So definitely hanging out with family or finding ways to speak with your family. I know things are difficult right now, so it might just mean that you need peace of mind, because I find if I've been away from them for a while, especially with maybe this Eight of Cups situation, I think it's just getting back into that, coming back to them in some way that is safe for you, is pretty important, especially with the don't stop me now. See, so you've got don't stop me now, and that's totally this Seven of Wands. Like, don't stop me now, don't hold me back, don't push me back, don't tell me what I need to be doing. There's a lot of defensive behavior that happens with the Seven of Wands in comparison to like the Eight of Cups, where you're kind of willing to move on or retreat or find other people like your family and friends to create this peace for you. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and set those down here. I want to talk about the Seven of Wands first. So Seven of Wands is defensive energy. It represents, people holding you back, trying to keep you back, using their voice to try to hold you back from something. And that's creating a lot of balance or out of balance energy for you. You're feeling a little out of whack, a little chaotic, possibly. And this is something that with the cycles, I feel like it's not something that's new. I feel like you've been feeling this for a while, because it's a cycle. It's a thing that happens often. So these people just might be on your mind a lot, or this feeling of being defensive. It can even be that you might be missing family and friends and you're defensive about just the situation. It might not even be aimed towards any specific one person, and it could just be that you're wanting peace of mind. You're wanting that calm, balanced energy, but everything's trying to stop you from it because, in the current world that we're living in today with COVID and other things happening globally, there's a lot to take in, and it's really hard to not want to feel defensive against everything, even the situation in which you are in. But I do see you probably seeing family and friends this week, even if you have to be defensive in the terms of like, maybe less like defensive in terms of like aggression, but maybe you're being defensive in terms of like wearing a mask is a way of defending yourself or defending yourself against something. So you might even just be taking that into consideration this week. You also have the Eight of Cups, which tells me again that I feel like you're going to be seeing family and friends. You're going to keep that defensive energy in terms of like wearing your mask or being safe, but there is a retreat, right? Because the Eight of Cups is all about retreating, moving yourself forward. It can't even mean leaving something behind to move yourself forward. So you might be having to leave behind. You could be even moving this week, possibly to a new house or a new location. This can also represent camping or retreating into nature or retreating into yourself to get and gain that inner peace. So this can mean something different for each of you. It could be more literally moving, or it could be more on a peace level where you're just trying to combat these cycles, especially the reason why I'm getting like less so like defensive energy against someone specific and more so like just against a situation is because it says cycles, and cycles happen every single year, and 2020 has been crazy, so that's why I just feel like it's that. But if you feel like it's more specific for you, it could be actually less that you want to see family and friends, and some of you might be like, I really don't want to see my family and friends right now, so you could even just be defensive there. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. On top of that, you also have the Ace of Cups, so it might be a more emotional week for you, because the Ace of Cups is usually positive emotions. It's where your cup is just running over with emotion and feelings and fluidity, and there's a lot of like good emotion that comes from this. So I do see that peace coming in, that peace of mind, that calm, like it literally says, be calm and calm will come. So I think once you find your inner peace, maybe through balancing your chakras or balancing yourself out with this, finding your balance, because right now there's just chaos and you're needing that balance, that peace of mind, that chill out time. So I don't think it's the week to overreact to things or overdo anything that you're working on, especially with this Eight of Pentacles happening over here, because the Eight of Pentacles represents being in sort of work mode, right? So the Eight of Pentacles, you can see she's working, she's been refining. So this isn't something you've just started. You've been working on something for a while. This could be a hobby. This could be something related to work, or related just to a project that you've been working on more personally. But you've been refining, you've been working on something, and I think that with this defensive energy, this feeling like you need to retreat and move away, and you need peace and calm, I think this week is all about giving back to yourself, giving yourself time to process your emotions, giving yourself time to chill out, to veg out, watch that show that's maybe everyone thinks is kind of like trash or like a horrible show, or just, no one really likes it or something like that. Get on Netflix or read a book or something just to chill out that's going to be like a retreat for you. I think it's going to be extremely healing, because if you stay in this energy, it's just going to continue to create conflict in your life. And then that Eight of Pentacles could turn into something that creates burnout. So, it's like, don't stop me now. I want to chill with my friends and family. I want to work, and no time for play. And I think you need play this week. I think you need to calm down, chill out, veg out, and have your own time. So with all of that said, I'm going to go ahead and move on to your charms group 1. I hope that you do get that time to chill out this week, because I think you really need it. You need that retreat, that time for yourself. So let's see what else we can find out about your week with the charms. So let's go ahead and get started for group 1. Group one, we're looking for any messages, insights, or guidance on group 1's week ahead. The week ahead for group 1. The week ahead for group 1. The week ahead for group 1. Wow, one just like flew up. So I'm going to actually test to see if it needed to fall on the board. Nope. Okay, so let's go ahead and pick up all the ones that fell upside down. It seems like it's not too intense here. for your week already. But let's go ahead and zoom you in, because you don't have a lot of charms going on, but you have enough to kind of already see sort of a picture. So right in the center, as I was talking, you need sort of that time for yourself, that time to just chill out, process emotions, and transform possibly emotions that have been maybe like burning you out, or negative emotions that have maybe made you feel defensive more recently. Because right here in the center, you have the Ace of Pentacles, because it's sort of like a light bulb, the Ace of Pentacles. So the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups just is telling me that like you're trying to dive in to something work related, but it's sort of being just sort of cut off by these emotions, that you need to like chill, transform them, calm back down, come back down to earth. I'm not saying that you can't work this week. It's just finding balance with work this week, finding balance with those projects that you want to work on. They can even be chores that you've been needing to do or keep up on. Because this charm is colored with pink because it reminds me of self-love and self-care, which we've already sort of talked about that you need this week. But it's also about transformation, because this was, when it started, just a much less grimy looking piece of paper, but it is a paper star. So it started out as just paper, but it's transformed through hard work. So you're trying to create something through hard work, but you're kind of pushing yourself a little bit too hard. So this is the time to just chill out. It's going to happen over time. Don't try to force anything this week. And like I said, I don't think that you're going to be completely giving up finances, because again, money is still coming in, because you have the little money charm here where like money's coming in. So money is coming in, and if you are a boss or like someone who is in charge of, your workplace, or in charge in your household or whatever, especially with that family and friends too, it might be that you're trying to work on a more personal project, and family and friends might even have been possibly trying to stop you or hold you back. But maybe you need that peace, that time with them, because right now you have like the crown on, which makes me think of like you're the boss, you're getting everything done, you're really working and grinding, but you need to chill out. So I'm going to see actually more on this little situation, because we do have the heart chakra here. So I'm going to pull you a heart chakra card as well. I'm just going to pull out all the ones that are specifically heart chakra and see what message you have there. All right, so I've just pulled out all of the different heart chakra ones. So let's go ahead and see which one is for you this week. Because we did have balancing on all chakras with that first chakra card that you had, but the heart chakra is coming into balance here. So, oh my goodness, as I was saying, you have self-love, right? So we had the self-love in the center. We had the Ace of Cups. We had the balancing, the peace card. I think you need that self-love this week. And it's sort of urging you to take off sort of that boss feeling, that feeling like you have to get everything done and you're in charge. And so everybody relies on you. Maybe even talk to family and friends and be like, hey, can you help me out a little bit? If you have younger ones, maybe ask them to help out with chores or anything like that. It could actually be good life learning lessons for them. But beyond that, we have rose quartz. So you could be working with rose quartz. I actually have a little piece over here, conveniently on my table. So you could be working with rose quartz. It's a wonderful crystal that could be helping you with self-love this week. But it says here, self-love. You can only love others as much as you love yourself. So it's time to give back to yourself, time to let yourself have that time that you need. Just get that retreat in, You don't have to feel so defensive about your time and the things that you want to create, because now you get to take that time for yourself. You can take off the crown, the boss feeling, the like head of charge, and just sort of chill out. So beyond that, we also have the Creature Comforts charm. I always think of this as like a cozy little blanket that you put on a rainy day, and you read a book by a window, and it's lovely. You know, this is that like creature comforts. So you've kind of got your creature comforts happening this week, and you might even be getting a little bit more sunshine this week. This makes me think of sunshine with a little bit of clouds. So everything's not perfect, but you're still enjoying the sunshine. You're enjoying it even though maybe other people, like I was saying, even on a rainy day. So you're enjoying the sun, you're enjoying the peace that comes from, you know, getting some vitamin D. And lastly, we have here the dark matter charm. So I think of the dark matter as can be depression or depressive thoughts, or just thoughts that make you feel a little bit down. But on the same token, the dark matter also can be representing like looking deep into a situation this week, because I think of dark matter also as like a very mysterious unknown sort of source of things. So if you're going to be processing your emotions, you might be going and diving deeper into some of that to figure out like why you're maybe feeling these ways, or, you know, just sort of settling those down, letting that dark matter sort of settle down a little bit with this self-love. You might even take some baths too, because the Ace of Cups can make me think of like self-love baths. Light a little tea light, I don't know, sit in the bath, put a bath bomb on, listen to some music, do face masks. Give yourself a little love, both emotionally and in your mindset, but also just like pamper yourself a little bit this week. It's your week to shine, okay? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and go through all of your cards and give you a little recap here for you, Group 1. So the 4 cards that you got, you have the 8 of Pentacles, the 7 of Wands, the 8 of Cups, which I just realized you have 2 different 8s happening here. An 8 makes me think of refinement, as we said, or moving away. It's sort of showcasing energies that are more movement based. I find like you're moving yourself forward in some way, or you're possibly pushing things back at the same time. So I see you guys with the 7 also, which represents introspection. You're just sort of looking into your emotions, looking into the way that you are viewing yourself, giving yourself back a little love. Put a little love in your cup. Let that self-love come in with the heart chakra. You need it. And to create that inner peace for yourself. So I'm not saying that you can't, that by retreating that you don't have any time for yourself or for anyone else anymore. You still have time for finances, friends, getting work done. But if you continue feeling like tunnel vision, work, and it'll create this defensive energy, it will create too much tunnel vision, it'll create burnout. So this is your time to retreat. This week is about retreat and less about work. So you're trying to kind of rebalance everything for your chakras to create that calm, to create that peace that you need. It's definitely urging that for you, but it's not saying to stop. Don't stop me now. You know, it's not saying to stop. It's just saying to chill out a little bit. You know, don't go so full force. Go more towards the turtle energy than the hare, you know? So that's what I have for you, Group 1. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, feel free to give this video a like. It really helps me know that you enjoyed the video and that you're excited to see more of what I'm putting out. With that said, if you're also interested in more of these week ahead readings, I put them out every single Monday. So if you're interested in those, stay tuned for them. Also, I've got that watercolor oracle video coming out soon, and other fun videos this month. So stay tuned, and if you're interested, feel free to subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified of each of those videos. So with all of that said, I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful week. Feel free to comment down below on how you felt this reading went, or if there's anything with the charms specifically, or with these different cards that you want to tell me about or talk about. I'd love to chat down in the comments below. So I'll go ahead and stop rambling, and I hope you guys have a wonderful week. See you guys in the next one. Bye. Hello, Group 2. If you've decided to choose this bundle of embroidery floss, then this is the pile for you. I'll go ahead and set that down right there for you guys. Today we're going to be using the charms as always, and we're going to be using this watercolor oracle like I normally do, but if you guys are familiar with my videos, I usually have a little bit less in this jar, so there are more in here because I've created more. And I plan to do a video on how to create some for you guys, for yourself as well. So if you guys are interested in that, stay tuned this month. It should be coming out sometime soon, so just stay on the lookout for that if you're interested. But we'll be using those. We'll also be using the Modern Witch Tarot as well as the Language of Flowers. And we're going to be looking into your chakras again this week. So let's go ahead and get started for you, Group 2. All right, so what do you have going on for your week, Group 2? Group 2, we're looking into any messages, insights, or guidance for Group 2's week ahead. The week ahead for Group 2, the week ahead for Group 2. All right, we've already got 2 of them. You have the King of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. Interesting that you have both a queen and a king here. Let's see what else you have going on for your week, Group 2. Group 2, we're looking for any energy, insights, or guidance for Group 2. I'm going to take this one. And we have the Nine of Swords. Okay, so let's see what else you have going on with your oracles here. Group 2. So we're looking for any energy, insights, or guidance for Group 2's week ahead. The week ahead for Group 2. Yee! So many just fell at me. All right, so you have 2. I said so many, but it was only 2. Interesting that you'd have 2 very cream and white colored flowers. But you have moth orchid here with communication, listen and speak with greater care. Which I see that already with the King of Swords. But you also have awareness with gardenia. Wake up and roll clouds away and look. So wake up, roll the clouds away and look. So that's already kind of a clearing energy there. We'll do your chakras next. So if you're not familiar with chakras, there are 7 main chakras down our bodies, and each one correlates with a different color. It can correlate with different ways in which you feel, the ways in which you experience life. So I'll speak on your specific one that you get this week. So Group 2, we're looking for Group 2's chakra of the week. All right. So here we are. Oh my goodness. Okay. So you have the dream card or the sleeping card or the nightmare card in terms of the Nine of Swords. And on top of that, you have dreams with the third eye chakra. So if you're, it also says here, dreams are where your mind translates the divine. So you might be seeing signs in your dreams, but you might be also just having a lot of dreams have to do with your week. If you're feeling like wanting to balance this specific chakra, then you could be using labradorite, which I conveniently actually have a piece of labradorite right here. It's kind of hard to see on with this specific lighting, honestly. Oh, there we go. So labradorite has this really beautiful sheen to it that happens. So it's definitely a dreamy stone. It's got this sort of iridescence to it. So you might be being enlightened by your dreams this week. So lastly, let's go ahead and look into your watercolor affirmation here. So Group 2, we're looking for Group 2's week ahead. Any messages, insights, or guidance for Group 2's week ahead? All right, Group 2. All right, so you guys have here, go your own way. This is like the total like independence sort of card. So you're having some independence, sort of like go-getter energy a little bit, which I was already seeing here because you have 2 very independent, like boss, not like bossy, but just sort of like independent, go-getter, entrepreneur-ish sort of vibes from both the Queen of Pentacles, which has sort of an entrepreneur abundance work-life kind of vibe to it. And then you've got the King of Swords here, which represents communication and reaching out and being a really good leader, lots of leadership here. So with all of that, I see communication, I see you going your own way. So I think if you have original ideas coming out this week on any cool projects that you're working on, specifically for either work or that you want to communicate or collaborate with other people, then this is the week to do it. Communicate, collaborate with other people. I see that already. Like maybe you have the skills in which to speak out about a specific thing that you want to work on, but then there's other people around you who have the machinery or the tools in which to actually make your ideas come to life. I see that happening. Like you're going to go your own way, but maybe communicating with other people to create that for you. Collaboration, delegating, that kind of stuff I see happening. So this can be work life, but this can also just mean in home life or any other sort of facet of life where you're working with another person, where they might have really awesome, where one person has like all of the tools and the other person has all the ideas to create something and make something happen. So I see you guys moving forward with another person. This can also be, also just communicating in terms of like so it could be collaboration, but another thing that's sort of coming in here is that it might be that you aren't communicating correctly to another person, like you're feeling sort of independent, like you've got it all figured out and you don't really need that. You have the awareness to do what you want on your own, and you might be feeling a little defensive, but take what resonates and what doesn't. You also have awareness. So I feel like the other message that's happening outside of collaborating and working with other people, you've got the dream sort of cards happening here with the awareness, with dreams, with translating signs. I do see that. The Nine of Swords can also represent anxiety. It can represent anxiety, depression. It can represent a bad or not really bad habits, but like negative habits that aren't really helping you in terms of your sleep. So you might not be sleeping very well, you might not be prioritizing your sleep as much, and you might actually have a better awareness for creating those habits for yourself this week. I kind of feel like I want to pull you guys another one of these. I just feel like there's something missing here between this King and Queen that is kind of really bugging me. So let's see what's going on for you. More clarity on this King and Queen here for group two, King and Queen. Okay, so I'm going to just take the one that came up. And you have here time for action, time to get things done. So like I was saying, go your own way, time to put action to your ideas. It also can be with the chakra here of the third eye. You might just be awakening yourself to the idea of something that you could accomplish by communicating with other people, by collaborating, making your dreams actually come to life. You might even have, some of you might actually have like a dream that comes up in which you feel really inspired by. Like sometimes I have dreams that inspire me so much that I wake up and I feel like I need to write them down, where I'm like, oh my goodness, that's an amazing idea, but I have no idea how I'm going to actually put that into action. And you're going to be finding that with other people. Collaborate, talk about your dreams, talk about what you want to accomplish, talk about these really exciting new ideas that you're creating, and create leadership to move yourself forward, to create that action and communicative like almost ley line between these people and you. But outside of that side of it, I do see some anxiety, some insecurity, a little loss on where you want to go as well that can be happening because of these dreams. This can also represent having nightmares. So if you're a type of person where that kind of resonates with you, then you might just be getting an awareness on why these dreams are coming forward, why you're feeling these specific feelings, because dreams usually come from the things that we've had happen in waking life, or they come because of our fears or our anxieties in those ways. So I see you just finding awareness on that, rolling those clouds away, rolling away, what's clouding your vision from seeing why you're having these dreams, what fear does this come out, and how can you overcome that? How can you create more logic to these ideas and ground yourself back down with this queen? Because you might not be feeling very grounded right now. You might not be feeling as grounded as this queen is. And this queen is super nurturing. The Queen of Pentacles, she is a nurturing, loving, wonderful. She's very like kind, happy, abundant, motherly vibes. And then the king here is more stoic, research-based, getting things done, idea-based sort of energy. So you've kind of got two different kinds of clashing energies, but they could work really well together in some sort of new relationship in terms of like business, or in terms of moving your dreams and passions forward. But in doing so, you might not be feeling as grounded. You might be feeling a little like insecure about reaching out to these people, insecure in your dreams, insecure in your awareness and where you want to be going. You know, and it even says wake up here, right? Like, so I feel like you're wanting to wake yourself up from these dreams. So I'm worried that some of you guys, or not really worried, but I hope that you guys aren't having any nightmares this week. If that is happening for you, I almost want to pull you guys a card to figure out like maybe how you could be helping with that. But mostly, in terms of your chakras, a lot of the dreams that we have can relate to our third eye chakra, and our third eye chakra is right between your two brows on like your brow bone. I was gonna say two brow bones, but that's not really what I mean. Anyway, so in doing so, of like balancing this chakra out, which a great way to balance it is using this specific stone. It's also a dream journal is a great way. Writing through your fears is a great way too, and communicating with other people about the fears that you're having, the anxieties that you're having, what's holding you back or making you feel like you can't move on with the dreams and ideas that you have in life. You know, you might want to be going your own way. You might want to be putting action to these dreams, but you're feeling a little held back, a little stuck. And so communication is key this week. You know, communicate with other people to create, you know, an awareness in them. They might not even be aware that you're kind of struggling with these different anxieties, insecurities, and just by speaking them out can make you feel tons better. So I'm gonna go ahead and move on to your charms, because I feel like there's something in there that we need to see, and might give us a little bit more clarity on some of your cards or where these anxieties are coming from. So let's see what else you have going on here for your charms here, group 2. So group 2, we're looking for the charms for group 2. Any insights, guidance, or messages for group 2? For group 2, for their week ahead. The week ahead for group 2. The week ahead for group 2. The week ahead for group 2. Okay. So, you guys have a few different things happening in the center, but I'm going to pick up the ones that are upside down because that's how I tend to read my my charms. So, just pick some of those up here so we can get a better look into what's going on. You have quite a few charms, so there might just be a lot more going on than was first shown in your cards. All right, so I'll go ahead and move you guys in real quick. A little too far in. Okay, so already here in the center of your charms, you have the past charm, right? Because this is a very, very old penny. It says 1912 on it. So I think of this as like something that happened really, really far in your past. You know, one little thing, it's usually something that's small, something like, because pennies are very small, it's usually something small that could have created these anxieties inside you. Something in your past, something that's sort of still haunting you in terms of your dreams, and they're still popping up because there's that fear there, right? You're feeling a bit tied down to it still. because this is the tied down charm. So I feel like you're feeling tied down to old memories from the past that are still sort of haunting you, keeping you back, and it's holding you back from your potential and where you want to go in life, because this is the stagnant growth, right? Because this has snow on it instead of just growing and flourishing. This is in the hibernation of winter. So you're sort of these are things that have been holding you back, keeping you from moving yourself forward, from seeing the light and moving yourself to a better mindset. So we also have here the illuminated charm of the star. And I think of this star as like very happy-go-lucky, sunny energy, chilling out. It's like really chill energy. So what I'm already seeing, just to help you out with these anxieties that might be coming in from your dreams, there is a sense of needing to balance that third eye chakra, because you have here, this is the breast cancer awareness charm, but I also think of this as just physical health in some way. So you might be interested in dancing or listening to music, or just, getting your groove on, finding that like dance while no one is watching kind of energy to just let yourself go. Maybe before bed, that could be really helpful for you as well, to listen to calming music, just to sort of chill yourself out and to help calm these things that are sort of just circling in your head, and just processing emotions and processing old fears. A great way to face it too is to like literally use your body as a way of pushing out all of that, right? So you can do breath work. That's a great way to breathe in and breathe out, is super, super powerful in helping with anxiety and helping with those sorts of things. As always, I'm only talking from my experiences and what I know. So, if you know or you see something in these charms that could be really helpful for you in your own journey through these anxieties and fears, go with that too. And also, I'm never going to be that type of person that's going to tell you that my advice is over the top of a doctor or the advice of a health professional. So, definitely not a professional, but I, just based off of what these charms are telling me, that music can be really helpful for you as well as physical health. And when I'm saying health, it doesn't mean losing weight or anything like that. It's literally just moving your body to feel better. Outside of what is in the center here, we also have more moon energy, dreaming energy, sort of nighttime energy, because you have here one side is the full moon and the other side is the new moon, and you got the new moon, which represents just clearing, getting ready for a new cycle, getting ready to go your own way and to create action. You're heading towards the action moon, which is the first quarter moon. So I think you're ready to chill out a little bit so that you can create that action. Some of these people that we were talking about earlier with the King of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles that you might be communicating with might be related to the letter Z. So that might be important to some of you to know, that you might be related to this person. You might know their name is with a Z, or they just, a business or company in which, has to do with your dreams could be related to this Z or this past stagnant energy there, because we also have the spike. So I feel like something is trying to get in your way from having that inner peace that you're really wanting from this. You're wanting that sunshine, lovely energy, because we have that coming up two different ways, both in the star of inspiration and the star of emotion. So I feel like you're really trying to create that lovely place for yourself, but things are spiking and getting in the way and holding you back from wanting to move forward past this energy. So it's definitely using your third eye, which also is related to our intuition. It's related to dreams as well. So use your intuition, your gut feeling on these specific charms. I invite you to look at them and see if there's something in here that is a hidden message specifically for you and your situation, because there might be something in there that's going to create that clarity for you. You also have the cloudy weather charm, and the cloudy weather charm can be related to, how some people can feel less excited about the day when it comes to cloudy weather. You might be feeling a little like under the weather as well. So just be aware of that to make sure that you're staying safe in terms of sickness around these times, wear your mask, all that kind of stuff. You are still inspired though, right? Like despite all of this that's trying to hold you back, you are excited. You still want to go your own way. You have dreams and inspiration and things in which you want to create. So keep going with that, you know. It might even just be that you're insecure about these specific things that you're wanting to create too. You also have a Pisces here, so you might be a Pisces or one of these people that I've been mentioning that you're communicating with, especially with that Z, might be related to someone who is a Pisces. Especially Pisces is also intuitive, right? And I was just saying the third eye is related to your intuition. So you just need to use your intuition on what you need to be doing this week in terms of your dreams, in terms of how you want to communicate, and in terms of how you want to put action to your dreams and where you want to go. And to, maybe action also makes me think again more of that movement, more of that move and groove a little bit this week. Put on some awesome tunes, okay? You guys need it. You also have the Helen Keller. Yes, Helen Keller. I had to read it to be sure I was saying her name right. So, she's a really important figure in history. And right underneath it, what I use this charm for, it says Spirit of Courage. I believe it says anyway, Spirit of Courage. So I think of this as just having the courage to face these fears head on, go your own way, face those fears and really look at them, really face them with bravery, with courage, and know that even though you might have insecurities or things that you feel like you are less than, or things in which you feel that you aren't adept with, or you don't have the money for, or you don't have these things in which to move you forward, and you think, I need this to get to this, just face those fears in the face and tell them, hey, I'm going to go ahead and do this anyway. I'm going to go ahead and face these things and create that action for myself and go my own way and communicate my ideas to the world despite whatever is trying to get in my way, or maybe these people that are trying to hold you back. Maybe they even said a small comment, because like I was saying, these aren't like big memories, like big life journey memories. They're like small comments that really impacted you. So just push those away. If someone tried to tell you that you're not good enough, or you can't do this, or you will never amount to anything, or whatever it is that they're trying to tell you, that is all not true. None of that is true. You are an amazing, wonderful person, and you should be able to move forward and do whatever you want. Communicate with and collaborate with those types of people that actually care and want to support your ideas. Don't have them hold you back. Make sure that the people that are actually there for you, make sure they're people who are showing their face, right? Because I'm already seeing between this logic charm and this face charm, and then the 10 of Pentacles, which is right next to the Queen of Pentacles, I'm just seeing you're figuring it out and they're ready to support you. So that might be someone with a Z, it might be someone who is a Pisces, but they're ready to support you. They have your back, okay? So just move on with them, and they're going to create that sunshine in your life and move you out of some of that cloudy weather, and that's wonderful. So really lean on the people that support you this week. Tell them about your dreams, tell them about what you feel is sort of staying and stuck. Talk about this memory if you're able. And lastly, you have the charm here of the doodly hearts. So I always think of this as crush energy, or young love or honeymoon phase. So that could just be a love message there for you guys. All right, so you guys had a lot going on, so I hope that it all made sense, because I kind of rambled through it, I feel like, at the end, so I hope it made sense. I'll go ahead and give you guys a recap. So you might be collaborating and communicating with someone who has the Queen of Pentacles, abundance and nurturing energy, or someone who has the leadership and skills and ideas in which to move you forward. So you might be one of these two people, or you might be collaborating with these types of people, communicating and letting your fears and anxieties out with them. Which is really good. It's a very almost cathartic, lovely, opening kind of way to let some of this anxiety about your dreams and about where you want to be going out. You're creating awareness for them. So that's really great. That's good energy to have, to be open in your communication and going your own way. You're also creating action towards your ideas, towards what you want to manifest and create. You'll have the courage in which to do so and to push past these spikes to clear out that energy that is taking away your rays of sunshine. It might be someone who is with a Z or a Pisces, and you might intuitively know who that is. And it's really important to move and groove this week, really give yourself healthy habits that are helpful in terms of your physical health as well as your mental health, right? So we have mental health happening here, but we also have physical health and making sure that you're not under the weather, making sure to be at your best when you can be. So I do see you moving, and like the 10 of Pentacles is already telling me like you're moving towards something really great with people who support you, because the 10 of Pentacles is like abundance and getting a lot of money, and it's like a lot of like security and good times and prosperity. So that is coming your way. Just you have to show people that you want this dream, that you want those sorts of things. So anyway, I feel like I'm rambling a little bit, so I hope that you guys enjoyed your reading. Please let me know with a comment down below if you enjoyed it, and tell me like who these people might be, or if you want to talk about your dreams or anything like that. Let me know down below. I'd love to see what you felt about the reading. Also, give this video a like if you enjoyed it and you found it helpful. If you're interested in these types of readings, I do week ahead readings every single Monday, so if you're interested in that, stay tuned. And I also do other types of magical content, and like I was saying, there will be a video on these watercolor oracle cards and affirmations very soon, so just stay tuned. And if you're interested in that, please feel free to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell to be notified of each of my videos coming in so that you don't miss out. So yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful week. Despite these dreams, I feel like you're going to be moving forward and creating good energy that is communicated, a good awareness, and facing your fears this week. It may be difficult, but I do see that it's time for action, time to go your own way, time to move forward. So I really hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye! Hello Group 3, if you've decided to choose this bundle of embroidery floss, then this is the pile for you. I'll go ahead and set that down right there for you guys. Today we're going to be using the charms as well as the Modern Witch Tarot, the Language of Flowers deck, and we're going to be looking into your chakras to see what you need balancing in this week. We're also going to be using the watercolor affirmations as I usually always do in each of my videos, but some of you guys might have noticed that there are a few more in here than normal, because sometime here at the very beginning of July I will be doing a video on how to create some of these for yourself. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned. But we'll be using those today. So let's go ahead and get started and see what you have going on, Group 3. So, Group 3's week ahead. We're looking into the week ahead for Group 3. Any messages, insights, or guidance for Group 3's week ahead? The week ahead for Group 3. The week ahead for Group 3. Oh, okay. One just did like a flip in the deck. Did anyone see that? Anyway, here we have the Ace of Swords. So you guys are on a logical journey, right? So that's pretty cool. Let's see what else you have going on. Group 3, we're looking for any messages, insights, or guidance for Group 3's week ahead. The week ahead for Group 3. The week ahead for Group 3. Week ahead for Group oh my goodness, for Group 3. Okay, so we have here the 9 of Cups, and two more just flew over here. The Page of Wands and the 10 of Wands. Okay, so let's see what else you have going on for your cards here. So we'll look into your oracle here with the Language of Flowers. So Group 3, looking into the week ahead for Group 3, the week ahead for Group 3. Any messages, insights, guidance, coming in for group 3, week ahead. All right, so here you have longevity, wisteria, plan for and take the dedicated path. So it's kind of slow moving energy, longevity, taking the slower path in your cards here. So we'll go ahead and pull you a chakra. So if you are not familiar with chakras, there are 7 different chakras in our bodies, at least main chakras, and each one needs to be balanced to feel, like the best in your life, basically. So where do you need balancing this week? Group 3, which chakra needs balanced for group 3 this week? Oh my goodness, we're going to have to do that again. Because they just flew everywhere. Okay, so you apparently have something to balance. All right, so let's try that again. Group 3, we're looking for group 3's chakra to balance. We're looking for 1 card this time. Group 3, chakra balance of the week. All right. See, here we are with fertility. Let life burst forth from the seeds of creation. If you guys work with chakras or any crystals, then you'll want to know that peach moonstone is a great one to be working for. That can help with balancing this week. So you have sacral chakra here, fertility. And fertility, some people are like, oh my goodness, fertility? I'm not a female. I'm not trying to get pregnant, anything like that. So this can actually talk about pregnancy. So if you are pregnant, it can just mean to continue, caring for yourself and those sorts of things in this time. But it also can just be talking about literally fertilizing ideas, especially with this Ace of Swords and Page of Wands energy. I just see you needing to fertilize and keep things going, keep things fresh. So it's like you take care of your plants by watering them and giving them sunlight, but sometimes you have to fertilize them too, give them new soil, new ways of feeding. So I think you're doing that with your ideas and your inspiration and enthusiasm for life this week. So let's see what you have going on for your watercolor affirmation here. So group 3's watercolor affirmation for the week. Okay, so you have 2 here. You guys have a lot that keeps popping up. So you have here, let go of control. Wow, okay, already seeing that with the 9 of Cups. And shoot for the stars. Love that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start first with the Page of Wands here and the 10 of Wands. So the Page of Wands is about an adventurous spirit, getting things done, very travel-based, adventurous, enthusiastic, and inspirational young spirit, right? So that can just be you this week. This can just be sort of showcasing who you might be, or this could be someone that you're hanging out with this week in terms of that. But I'm mostly seeing, because there's not really a lot of like social gathering or anything like that going on here for the week, I see more that this is just you. You feel like you can basically conquer the world. I always feel like the Page of Wands is just like, she's got a lot of good leadership in her, but she's also got that fiery edge. Like, I'm going to get stuff done. I'm going to just like go and do anything I want to do this week. But because of all that inspiration that you have, you might hit burnout this week because we have the 10 of Wands, and where the Page of Wands is only holding 1, with all that inspiration, you start to look up things on Pinterest or really get excited about something that you want to work on, a big project, and then you move on to the next thing, and to the next thing, and to the next thing, and before you know it, you're holding way more than you can carry. So I think with that, because you have all this inspiration, you're also unlocking a bit of Ace of Swords energy this week. And the Ace of Swords is putting logic, putting research, putting grounded, realistic plans to your ideas, to move them forward, to actually put action to these all this inspiration and enthusiasm that you have. Because for me, sometimes I will scroll on Pinterest forever looking at different ideas, different things that I'm inspired by, but that doesn't actually mean I'm going to make the thing that I pinned, so you might be pinning or doing, that's just one example. It could be different for each of you, but you're finally putting some of that to action now with this Ace of Swords, because the Ace of Swords is very logical, very balanced, very truthful and logical and ready and steady. So I just see that with all of this, you're going to be finding a little bit more patience within yourself, balance within yourself to actually make at least one of these things happen this week. So you might have some of these on the back burner, but you're probably only going to be able to get to one or more, this week. You're only going to really be putting action towards maybe one of them. Especially with that longevity here, it's the long haul, not the short haul. So you're not going to try to get all of these projects done in 1 week. You may be inspired. You may want to write a list or get some of that stuff down and out of your head. But it's going to be a long haul thing. So it's not going to be something you can just overcome in one day. You have to fertilize that stuff and let it grow on its own. And because of that, I see let go of control, right? You might be wanting to control the situation, get it done, move forward, use all this inspiration, and you're just so inspired to shoot for the stars and do what you want that you're so confident and like ready to go that you don't realize that you're like holding on to way too much. And if you feel like you need to get all of this done this week, like maybe you're feeling overwhelmed in terms of like the amount of inspiration you have, because some of you might be really excited about it, but if some of you feel literally overwhelmed by it, you're going to be grounding that back down and communicating possibly with other people about all of these wands. And the 10 of Wands can also be just asking others for help. So you might just be needing to ask others for help, asking others who have the time and the confidence in which to help you, let go of control, because sometimes you're like, I want to do all of these things, all of these inspired ideas, and I want to be the one to do them, to get the credit for them. I don't want anyone else to be helping me. But it's time to let go of that control. Let other people who are just as comfortable, just as confident, take over that. So if this is in a business situation, it can be that just you need to delegate. Try not to hold on to and do all of it yourself. And if this is in a more parenting or motherly situation with fertility or something like that where you are a parent, it can also be that like maybe you should let your kids take over some of the things that you feel like maybe they're not confident enough in, but they're confident. The Knight of Cups is all about confidence. So they have the confidence, and you just have to have the confidence in someone else to help you out with this situation, help you out with that. So maybe helping out with chores or getting other things done, that might be happening this week. And it's a good time to let other people jump in. I think it's going to be good for them and for you. And lastly, with shoot for the stars here, I think of shoot for the stars partially with that longevity, because how long does it take to shoot for the stars? A really long time. But doesn't mean we're not going to do it. Doesn't mean that we're not excited to do it, right? It just means that it's going to take a while to get there. It's like shooting for the moon. You're going to take a while to get there, and it's going to take a lot of preparation and a lot of collaboration. So I do see you just needing to let go of that control, realize like you can't get this all done in 1 week, but you can continue to create a game plan and maybe work with other people, communicate with other people whom can help you out. So with all of that said, let's go ahead and look at your charms group 3, because I am interested to know more on what's going on for your week. So yeah, let's go ahead and see. All right, so group 3's week ahead. The week ahead for group 3, the week ahead for group 3. We're looking for any messages, insights, or guidance on group 3's week ahead. Okay, so let me just clean up here a little bit. So you have a few different charms here. Just going to sort of pick up the ones that are Sorry, I get so into it that I start to not really say things. Anyway, I'm basically what I'm doing right now is picking up the ones that fall sideways or upside down for me in the way that I read them to make better sense of the full picture. So, okay, let's go ahead and zoom you in so you have a better viewpoint of everything. Okay. So right here in your focus, we have 2 charms, well, one on clarity, right? Clarity of mind, clarity and peace of mind. That's what I always see in this charm. It makes me feel like also that Ace of Swords, right? So the Ace of Swords is bringing that clarity, that balance, all those sorts of things. So I see that for you already, finding clarity. We also have 2 different sort of black and white charms, so that might be resonating with you specifically. But it also can be that you're showing your stripes this week, because I think of this as a zebra charm. You're showing your stripes, you're showing your uniqueness to the world. We also have here the blending of ideas. That's what I always think of. It's like the blending charm. So you're finding your uniqueness, and you're also sort of finding clarity on where that can blend and where other people can help out too. And where you can help other people out. I just see that already. So mostly here in the center, it's just showing your stripes and, blending with other people, communicating with other people, and finding clarity this week. So let's go ahead and start talking about right here, because you have quite a little lineup happening in this little section here. So you have the washer charm, which I think of being a little wishy-washy about something, about an idea possibly. You're feeling a little wishy-washy about it, but I also see this as like cleansing and cleaning your space this week, especially with the turn a new leaf, because this is like a leaf which can represent growth, but I'm seeing more the turn a new leaf sort of thing, like you're cleansing your space, clearing things up, cleaning this week, which is really helpful in helping your space, can bring more of that clarity that you're kind of needing. We have the 4 here of cups. So the 4 of cups can represent being a little bit pessimistic, and again, more of that like not letting other people jump in. So I think it's time this week to let other people help you out and hold some of these wands for you, and delegate a few of your ideas. I think it's going to be helpful for you. And you also have the 10 of Pentacles here. And the 10 of Pentacles for me, specifically with this deck, is almost like my deck personally talking to you. Because when I did a deck interview with my deck, this was the card that popped up like as to introduce itself to me. So for you, it might just mean that you are being introduced to someone specifically this week. Maybe being introduced to someone who could help you out with holding on to these wands. So that could be really helpful for you. You also have and also the 10 of Pentacles, by the way, does also represent prosperity and everything really going well in your home life. So again, like I was talking, if you feel like you have children or people that you don't feel like you're confident enough to let them take over a chore or take over something, or, really work towards something, a skill that you maybe don't think that they're ready for it. They're ready to do it. So just let them kind of do their thing, and that sounds really great for them to move forward. You also have the bottle cap charm, which I think of this as like something's being opened up this week, especially with the literal bottled up charm, and then you have the bottle tab. It's making me think you are literally opening yourself up this week to someone. So it can be opening yourself up romantically, but it also might just be that you're opening yourself up about your intuitive senses, your spirituality, because of the purple here. But I'm also seeing just like opening yourself up to how much you're holding on to the new ideas you want to take on, to how you want to put your ideas into action. I think it's just opening yourself up to talking to people about what it is you're wanting to do and being flexible enough to let them also help out. That's like the big main message here for you, but it also could just be that you're holding on to too much and it's time to communicate and talk to other people about, maybe any anxieties you have or things that you've been holding in. I just realized, oh my goodness, you have 2 leaves, right? you have two leaves. So one leaf can be growth, and one leaf could be that you are, in doing so, to create that growth, you have to clear your space and cleanse things. So to move forward, you have to also sometimes leave things behind. And I think you might have to do that this week. Maybe that's leaving behind the confidence, or leaving behind that stubbornness that you might have in holding all those wands. But something's being left behind and something's moving forward. You're turning a new leaf. And it could be something financial based, right? You might be turning a new leaf on your finances, maybe spending a little bit less, or being a little bit more careful about those sorts of things, because you have sort of two spending related things next to each of them. But this turning a new leaf energy, just like the Ace of Swords, aces are not energy that lasts forever. They're temporary energy. So, use this clarity of mind, this peace of mind in which to move yourself forward, because it's not going to last into next week. It's just going to be here more briefly. And that's like a temporary charm, to talk more on that. Also, we have here pets. So if you guys have a pet, or if there's any pets in your family, or this can also represent younger children as well, especially with what I was talking about with letting other people, delegating other ideas, letting other people in to hold some of that weight for you. I think you've been holding them back, possibly holding them back from what you want, what they want, and feel confident enough to finally try to do, You also have here with the dog, right? So you might have specifically this dog. It could be any type of pet, but they might be feeling a little caged or sheltered, or a little bit like they need a little bit more extra love this week, and a little bit extra care. So, let them roam a little bit more free if you can, and if that's available for you. If not, then just make sure to give them love, give them lovin's, and all that kind of good stuff. And lastly, over here, you have the charm right here after the new moon, which the new moon is all about cleansing. You're at here the waxing crescent moon, and the waxing crescent moon is all about starting to plant those seeds, right? You're fertilizing, you're planting those seeds, you're putting them into the earth, and you're creating that first spark. And like I was saying, you can't do all of this at once. So you're working on your one part, and so you're sparking something forward. And you're feeling a little bit defensive about it, honestly. Like I was saying, it keeps popping up, but you're being a bit defensive about wanting other people. You're caging people or holding other people back that are wanting and very willing to help you. So, just let them in. Let them help blend, create that clarity, create that communication, so you don't have to hold on to so much. Turn that new leaf and create a new space in which every single person can, roam free and have that confidence. So I'm going to go ahead and recap for you group 3. So you're inspired, basically, this week. You are inspired. You're ready to travel with these ideas and move them forward. You have the enthusiasm in which to do so, but you don't have enough time to do them all. It's about longevity. It's the long haul. So let other people in, communicate with other people like, hey, I need some help this week. Instead of holding them back, or holding yourself back from getting the help that you need to carry this inspiration forward. Ask, make some calls, do those sorts of things that maybe are going to help you move forward with your ideas and dreams that you have, that you're confident enough to move forward in, but you're too stubborn in which to move yourself forward in. So you're going to be fertilizing, creating new ideas, creating new exciting projects. I'm very excited for you guys in terms of what you want to create. I just don't think it's all going to happen this week. And then also, just let those people in, communicate with the people which really do want to support and help you this week. And then lastly, you have fertility and longevity. So just, again, long haul, and let those ideas start to grow. Then you have let go of control. So again, more of defensive energy, or holding other people back from it being able to help you. And then also shoot for the stars. Again, more longevity energy. So there's a really big overall arching message. It's not like group 2 had a very sort of different things happening throughout the week. Yours is very like direct. It's just telling me basically just let other people in, ask for that help when you need it. So I hope that this was helpful for you and that it resonated with you, group 3. Make sure to give your pets and your younger ones some time to chat or process, or just give some nice love to them. Let some of this bottled up energy come out, break that tab and relax a little bit, be more flexible and opening to your emotions and your ideas and not holding or hoarding them in. Show your stripes, give that clarity and blend with other people because they're there for you. That support is there for you. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Let me know if you resonated with this pile, or if you felt like this was resonating with you, or if you had a specific charm that was talking specifically to you, or any specific card. I'd love to know in the comments down below. Also, be sure to give this video a like if you felt like you resonated or if you enjoyed this reading. It really lets me know that you enjoyed it and puts a little smile on my face, honestly. And lastly, if you're interested in these types of readings, I do readings every single Monday for each of you guys for your week ahead. So if you're interested in that, feel free to subscribe and hit the notification bell. I also do other types of readings as well that you can check out. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a wonderful week. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!